Me, Ben and a couple of others, we're running the shop and the events at the show, which will be a series of workshops.
What was the thinking behind having events at an end-of-year degree show?
The point of having events, we're deciding, because last year we had issues during the rest of the time, it seems to be really, really busy on the opening night and really, really quiet for the rest of the week. So we wanted to look for a way of bringing people back in for the rest of the week and have people manning the show so people can talk about the show when people come in, and also to do something fun and show some of the process and things that we actually do to make the work that's, on the walls. I think that's it.
Yeah, just looking to entice and entertain.
And have some fun, yeah.
What sort of workshops will you be carrying out?
So we're still finalising that, but we've got a really good idea of what we're going to do. It's going to be a mixture of like talks, practical kind of creative image making and processes and some conceptual things, taking further other people's final major projects. Yeah, I think.
Like running loosely around the theme of, well, basically like visualisation. So
yeah, so I guess everyone knows by now that it's invisibility, visibility, and we're playing with that. So like, the process is visible and
or the potential.
The potential,
the
potential of materials is visible. Things like this. So there'll be things like badge making, screen printing. Mine's gone blank, but loads of stuff.
Exquisite corpse, we can talk about that.
Oh yeah, we've got a crazy.
That's going to be really good.
Planning on breaking the Guinness World Record for exquisite corpse.
Yeah, so that's big news, guys. Might want to get involved.
So the idea is they'll be like quite quick. They can either be like jump in, jump out, or you can set your time on it.
Crazy.
It's insane. But it'll be fun, and it'll appeal to the rest of the course, I hope, new students, but also, people's younger brother who come to the show, or even their mum and dad.
And that's going to run all week, so there's lots of time to get involved.
How have you found, organising this event on, such a large scale?
At first it seemed really easy, then it got really hard.
Yeah, when we got into the folds of the project, kind of thinking about actually the logistics of how big the paper's going to be, how we're going to fold it.
Yeah, that's the stage we're at now. Sometimes it's quite easy. We know, certain things that to put a screen for screen printing, you just do that. But it's explaining it, how you actually explain the process of screen printing. And we've had other people come in with late entries for workshops, which are really good. So we want to bring them in. It's been fairly straightforward and difficult, but on the whole good. Yeah.
How have you selected what workshops will be given, and was there a certain criteria that each workshop or event had to meet to get into the show?
Yeah, well at first, right from the off, we decided that we wanted them to be quite quick, we wanted it to be quite fun, we knew we wanted it to be involving and exciting, and whatever you do, you can take it home with you as well. We saw a talk from some really nice people from Pick Me Up and YCN at Share Temple organised, and they were talking about how especially at Pick Me Up they've got workshops and you can take something home with you, and that gives you a bit more of an incentive to do the workshop.
Yeah, I think they just need to be simple and effective.
And then we've got new stuff in. We kind of had our ideas for what the workshop should be, and in our team we had we're all mostly image makers. So later on we then got different ideas coming in for talks, the Pecha Kucha stuff and book launches. So it's good that we've had other input from other kind of people who are good at different disciplines than us.
Just wanted a bit of diversity, didn't we?
Yeah. So yeah. Really.
Do you think that these workshops help showcase the different range of work that goes on the DGC?
I'd say so to an extent, especially I don't think we could show all of it. There's so much there's so many individuals, but I think we do go somewhere to showing perhaps some of the work behind, how we make this thing.
People might be able to understand further the process that is behind creating something, certainly an image.
Yeah, perhaps like a glimpse into that. I think if we showed, all the kind of things, I think a week wouldn't be enough.
Or maybe it's just showing how far you can actually push a process.
Yeah, like with just that one process, what you can do with it.
Especially people that don't know about graphic design, so they might think, oh, it's just making a logo on the computer. Like, there's a lot, in there.
What about the shop? Like, how have you found organising that, and how have you gone about doing that?
Well, the shop, we've done markets and stuff before. I know some of us in the group have done other bits, but we've all got retail experience, I think, as well. So for me, it hasn't really been a massive stress. I've just seen it working quite well. But as time's going on, we're getting submissions in. I think we're really getting into the nuts and bolts of like stock taking and things like that. Yeah.
But actually organising hasn't actually been too difficult. I don't know if it's all going to explode into one big mess on the open night. It won't. But it's been quite straightforward. It's basically just a case of getting the work in, which we're going to curate next week. Yeah,
getting it in, curating it. I can't see it being really hard, quite honestly.
Everything we've had in looks quite good.
Yeah.
What sort of stuff can people expect to see in a shop then, based off?
All sorts.
I think a lot of, especially a lot of like basically print-based stuff, so stuff that's been reproduced, so like screen prints and reso prints,
postcards.
And postcards, like any other, like most, I think, printing methods. I don't think we're going to see sort of someone selling a concept or something like that. It's going to be like physical, reproductions of things, perhaps one-offs. It's not going to be like second-hand pens or old computers. It's going to be work that people have like laboured over and loved.
Is there any sort of tip or something that you've taken away from being part of organising your end of year degree show?
Firstly, I found it really good collaborating with people I haven't had to collaborate with before. Haven't had the chance to, I should say. So I found that really good. In terms of tips, I think I don't know what to say really. I think start earlier, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I think on paper everything seems very straightforward, but actually you have to have about 1 million conversations behind every idea to make sure that they are actually going to work. And just things like kind of keeping the budget down and stuff like that.
Yeah, bringing treats in has helped.
Yeah, that does help put the morale up.
Yeah, not popcorn, but other treats.
Yeah.
That's not very helpful.
Why not popcorn?
Yeah, why not popcorn?
No, I know it.
Oh.
I think the cleaners have threw it away. It's the day.
It's because I started my healthy eating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Otherwise I'll be on that, like wrap a drain pipe.